Hardy, and I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to design fiction. So design fiction is a strategy that designers use to create and test out product ideas in a story world. So very simply, it combines prototyping with storytelling. And I've begun to look at this as a method of using in technology lessons and combining literacy and ethics and looking at history of products with children for them to be able to create things within a fiction world. So what I've been drawing on is work by Bruce Sterling and a number of other designers who've written about design fiction, and I'll put some links at the bottom of the page so you can kind of follow those through afterwards, about what's the framework, what's the structure for design fiction. So really, design fiction has three parts. So the first part is we have to understand the reality that we're designing for. So it has to be a reality that we can understand. So that's where it's not science fiction, because science fiction really is something out of our imagination and beyond our lived experience, whereas design fiction, the reality, is something that we can almost touch maybe, but not quite, which is why I think it's a really exciting thing for use in lessons. So for example, we might explore the reality of artificial intelligence or autonomous vehicles. So these are things that we can almost touch and we have some understanding of because we see them in the media. So we have to have a good understanding of what this reality is. And the second part of design fiction is having a context. So where is the story taking part? What is the setting? So we might explore a particular genre of storytelling, or we might ask a what if question, or we might just start with what a context is. So we have to kind of create this location that we're going to use the reality, this new technology within. And then the third part of it is starting to write the story and starting to design. So these things kind of go hand in hand. So we have the designed item or the design system with this new technology, this reality, and we combine it with a story that we are exploring. So it goes backwards and forwards. And it's a really great way of exploring the possibilities, the potentials, and of how this new product might work in reality without having to sort of fully finish it as a fully functioning product. So for lessons in schools, I think it really lifts off the idea about creativity because it removes that limitation about something being made. And if you work in conjunction with creative English writing and ethics, maybe exploring the history of products, that sort of brings all of these different things together. And the output that children could have for this is using, whether they use a video on their camera, on their phone, or they write a storyboard, or they actually write a story, and they use that to explore in, using their own writing, to kind of combine this thing that isn't real but is a prototype, and they imagine the story. I've done that with some students and it worked really well, and it really lifted their sort of ideas to a different level that they could explore. So I hope that introduction helps and gives you some ideas about the possibilities of what you can do with design fiction.